Hey guys, I'm Katie. No.
And I'm Alexis.
You were clicking and it looked like you also, that was not good for the YouTube video. You're like, and I'm Alexis. Okay.
Wait, let's start the recording over again.
Okay, great.
Because I was definitely not on the vibes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. Move this. Hey guys, I'm Katie.
And I'm Alexis, and this is the Check Your Aesthetic podcast.
Happy Monday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you guys. Okay, so recently, Audrey Whalen cannot go an episode without talking about her. She's been posting about, so she can sing, and she was like, all of the business owners who can sing need to unite. And I was like, I have a secret. I can sing. Although you might not be able to think that, or you might not be thinking that from the thing that I just sang. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
I'd like to once again bring this up. I know I've said this before, but one time Katie sent me a voice message asking if she should post a TikTok of herself singing.
I have to show y'all my TikTok. I was serious.
I know. I remember it was like around Christmas time. I vividly remember sitting, Austin was at work, and I remember sitting with the lights off. I had my Christmas tree up with my lights, and Katie just sends me a voice message like, I think that I should post this TikTok.
This is shocking.
And sent like a recording of it, and I was like,
I'm gonna start dating a boy or something, and like he's gonna listen to my podcast and be listening to this and immediately break up with me. Anyway, okay. All of these old drafts, like all of these are singing videos because I like doing the harmony videos, you guys. They're fun.
You should make like what's the Finsta version of TikTok? A
Fickfa.
Fickfa.
I think that's a bad word. This episode is shocking. Okay, actually, though, please don't click off because we had Allison from Bright Eye on again, and she is amazing. And we talked about balancing your 9 to 5 or your 8 to 5 in her case with your business. And that's a question that we get all the time. We learned a lot of things from her, so you definitely will. But yeah, anyway, so don't click off. But yeah, I should make a fake TikTok. A fake fog. And post on my
you should title it Katie's Fick Fog.
Oh my god,
that would get really good engagement, I think.
I really agree. On another note, I would like everybody to appreciate my outfit today. So I posted this outfit on my Instagram story, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback, and I'm really feeling myself today on this day in this place.
I would also like to take credit because Katie texted me this morning and said, what's wrong with me?
I was like, something's wrong with this outfit.
Like, something's off. And then I told her to put her hair up, and it really just changed the vibe.
Also, like, you can't tell, but I have a little low pony in. It's very, like, so you're probably looking at me and you're thinking, corporate girl. No, I have on black denim shorts. But I'm wearing this blazer that I got from Shop Styled Second, and Manda, who owns it, will be on the podcast super soon. Yes. So stay tuned for that. She'll be on.
She'll be on in 2 weeks, actually.
Ish. Depends on the decisions.
Depends on things
that we make.
Depends on some things.
It depends on our decisions that we make. But yeah, so I'm wearing this blazer. It's like a Kelly green like blazer, and then I'm wearing this like tank top thing, and then I'm wearing black denim shorts, and then my hair is up in this little thing, and then I'm wearing all my regular necklaces. So I don't know. It's fun. It's finally like, at least this week, it's not like 100 degrees. It's more like 95 degrees.
Oh, I thought you were like exaggerating until you started saying 90s. I thought you were, no, it's,
but I mean, like, the weather I can wear this without like
without dying. Yeah, that's nice.
So,
yeah, it's currently 72 here.
I'm shocked. What? Let me find the actual current weather here. For anybody who's a new listener, Alexis is from Vermont. I'm from Birmingham. Alabama.
And also we are filming this a month early. So it is August 17th.
Yes, it's 84 here right now. I'm jealous.
Ew.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, well.
Anyways, so.
I'm trying to think of if we have any fun updates. I did get this really nice voice memo DM. And it was from this girl who was like, I can't believe it took me so long to find your podcast, but I just binge listened to it. And I feel like I just am your best friend because I know all of your highs and lows. And then that got me thinking, like, have we just abandoned the highs and lows? Have we just abandoned them and left them in the dust? Because I could come up with some right now as we speak.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great. Okay, so thank you to the girl who shot us over that DM. Everybody, I hope you're all cheering in your cars or wherever you're listening about highs and lows being here. Okay, my high. When's the last time we recorded? It's been about a week, right?
Let me look at my planner.
Well, actually, I know
we recorded on Friday, so we recorded like 4 days ago.
Okay, well, my high. Ooh, I finished my book. I was reading The People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Popular book right now on TikTok and stuff. It's a very good book. I just loved it. That's the first book I finished in forever. And it just feels good to like we've been talking about like consuming too much media. Like it feels good to like actually read a book,
I posted on my story today, like asking for some book recommendations. I got some good recs. So I'm gonna, I really just want to like get more into that. I know it's like, I don't know. I feel kind of like a grant, like, I feel like I'm aging, saying that I like need to spend less time on social media. And
well,
I need to like
just,
but it's true.
When it's your job,
like for
it's
anybody.
Just like it's too much, you know.
So true.
But yeah, I'm about to go after we finish recording to. I'm trying to decide if I want to go get another book or if I want to go get my nails done. So
a book will last forever.
That's true, but also I'm gonna get my nails done. I just can't decide when because I'm going to the beach with work on Monday.
Yeah.
So I'm going on a work trip and I need to have my nails done for that.
But you also need a book for the trip.
You are very smart.
Yep. I think it sounds like both are necessities.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should leave the nails till later because it takes a while.
And when are you leaving?
On Monday.
Well, then you have like all week to go.
Yes, but also my launch is on Thursday. Not that that really means anything, but I'm gonna have to package orders.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, my high is that I finished that book. Great book if you haven't read it, and I would recommend getting into reading because it really cleanses your brain and gets all of the gunk out of it. So
that's a good way of describing it. Yeah. Did you say a low?
Oh, I'll do my low, and then you do your low, and then your high. So
yes.
There we go.
Okay.
My low has been boys. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but like
Katie sent me a really, really sweet message that someone sent her. Was it today or yesterday?
Oh my God.
Some boy really, really charming.
It was so gross. But anyway, I just like there's been a lot of complicated situations with boys recently. And like, I'm tired of it.
Ew.
I'm like too old for the high school stuff. Anyway, that's what my low, but what is your low?
For me, my low is, well, I mean, I talked about it a few weeks ago, but the whole like skin thing, it's not the scary thing, but now it's kind of like coming back, but like in a different way. So I called the dermatologist yesterday and then they were supposed to call me back, but then they didn't. And just like, I don't know. I haven't been able to wear.
Like a lot to deal with.
It's just so annoying. Yeah. And like, I have to put this stuff on that literally burns my skin.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like sting. It's not like my dermatologist said that it was going to burn. So like, I know that I'm not like harming myself, but it's just like annoying. I have to literally keep it in the fridge, but then the fridge cools it enough to where it's almost a solid. So I have to like, push it hard.
Health
and then
stuff is just like always just so frustrating.
It's just so annoying. So yeah. And also I haven't been able to wear makeup for like so long. And I honestly, in a way, my mom always tries to get me to like find the good within the bad, which like with this, it's just kind of bad, but I already was confident wearing no makeup. Like I don't care, but I feel even more like comfortable, I think.
And I think
what I could say
with socials, especially like sometimes I feel like not that I'm like not confident, but I'm like, oh, I don't look like polished or like I don't look like I like tried hard enough, but like I think realizing like you have to show up authentically as yourself. So like
and I think that's I hadn't really realized what I like Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Literally everything just fell. Apologies. Let me just, while I'm at it, make all the noise and reposition myself. Okay. But I think really like I was already confident and comfortable wearing no makeup like in my life. Yeah. But then like on social media is really when I felt like weird. I mean, not really on my stories. I didn't really care as much on stories. But I think a big part, like actually in the episode today with Allison, we talk about like TikToks and how like it's at some point with TikTok, like the whole like the key or like the, you know, the deciding factor, I guess, is like you just have to stop giving a shit. And I think that like I was like, okay, I didn't wear makeup every day because I work remotely and run my own business. So why would I put a full face of makeup on every day? But then that kind of like deterred me from making TikToks because I was like, okay, well, I'll do this on a day when I'm wearing full face of makeup, but then I wasn't. So that's like, I guess that's a good part. But my high for this week, in the past 4 days, is that I took some content, like pictures.
Which again, I'd like to remind everybody, we're filming this so far in advance. So that's kind of why we've not been doing highs and lows, but like, it's okay. You're getting all the weeks. It's just not in the right order.
Yes. But so if you would like to go back and see what I'm talking about today, it was while we're recording this, I just posted the strawberry purse picture where I'm in like a field and I'm wearing a red dress. But that day yesterday I went and I took a bunch of pictures and it was just so nice. Like I like knew already like what like 4 photos I wanted to take. And I had all of my like supplies and like props and stuff. And then I went to the location. I knew exactly where I wanted to. I mean, I didn't know the exact location, but I knew like what kind of vibe I was going for. And it was such like a nice energy. I don't know. I felt finally like creative again. And it was nice to be like creative, not in like an illustration aspect.
Absolutely.
And then I also posted, I mean, I think like probably like a week ago already. I posted like an infographic about morning routines, and then I posted like a quote about motivation. Yay. And I redid my my highlights, and I've done a new bio, and like I don't know, I'm finally feeling more like I'm like getting closer to what I want everything to be, which is a really nice. And yeah, the only thing, and by the time that everyone's listening to this, I hope that I've already figured this out, but I want to figure out a way to do Stuart like in like a GIF kind of thing, but not like one that like he like boomerangs, like one that it's like more of an animation, but I don't really know how to do that.
Animatic, you can download that app.
What is that?
It's an animation app. It'll walk you through it, but you can make more like because in Procreate it can like it just, you can't really export it you can still do it in Procreate. You just have to export it as an MP4, but then you can't have it back. Download Animatic. It's great. Anyway, we will go ahead and get into today's episode with Allison.
Yes. Hi, Allison.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming back on. Honestly, this energy is just exactly what we need after having like just so many guests. we need someone that we know already.
Well,
even though we love our guests, we love all of our guests.
I've had a lot of coffee today, so I'm ready to talk and get into it.
Do you want to know what? I've had no coffee today because I know. I made matcha this morning. I say that literally my entire coffee ground thing is sitting next to me. I made matcha this morning and I was like, it's going to be so good. And I used like liquid stevia. I put too much stevia in it and it tasted like not good. And so I was like trying to force myself to drink it and then I couldn't. And then I was late for work. So it just wasn't. Anyway.
I've never had matcha before.
It's really good, but I really like the ice or the matcha latte mix from Trader Joe's because you don't have to like, it's not straight matcha because straight matcha, you have to sweeten yourself for it not to taste like grass. But I sweetened it with like too much. So then it tasted bad. Anyway, it's very good if you do it the right way, but I would get it from Starbucks first, honestly. If you get an iced matcha latte with 2 pumps of chai,
Beautiful.
Good.
I will do that this week.
It's great. Anyway, of course, we're like talking about something that literally nobody cares about at the beginning of our
immediately, as always.
Anyways, yeah. So the last time we had you on, first of all, was just
that was
so
8
long.
months ago.
Oh
Was it
my
really?
God.
Yeah, because it was in January, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was like that was the first episode of the new year, I think.
Yeah.
That
Isn't
is
that
crazy.
crazy?
That's actually insane. It's insane how much
so
all
weird.
of us have, all of our businesses have changed.
Changed so much since then. Like,
but
that's wild.
yeah, I know, really. But yeah, so as we just said in our intro, I'm sure, which we haven't recorded yet, me and Alexis, but yeah, so Allison owns a small business called Bright Eye, and then she also does like commission paintings, and her account for that is.
And she also has another job.
Yes.
Yes, she also has another. So really the long story short of the whole situation is that she has a lot going on. So that is what we're going to talk about today. We always get questions about balancing your business with your 9 to 5, or, you know, like, how do you start a business if you are still working and stuff like that. So Allison actually is an 8 to 5. So
yes,
that's,
I have an 8 to 5. I have my business and I do paintings. So
yes.
Anyway,
so yes, I guess we've kind of already just given the intro to you and everything that you do. But if you want to just kind of introduce yourself more, like where you're from, what you do, what your business is, all that good stuff, just for people who might not know who you are.
Yep. So like I said, my name's Allison. I'm living in Kentucky right now, and I live with 2 other business owners in my house, which is really fun. I work all the time, but I love it. I am a very creative person, so I really take all my energy and put it towards my business and my paintings.
Love that.
Love that.
Absolutely love it.
Am I supposed to? Am I?
You can. It seemed like you were going to. So you
was, and then you opened your mouth. Okay, that sounded so much more rude than I intended it. I didn't mean. You just opened your mouth. Okay. Wow. The vibes are so very.
Do we need to like raise our hands? Like,
yes.
Oh
okay, so Allison, how do you like I mean, I can definitely relate to having so much going on all at once, and honestly, I struggle with it like on a daily basis. So how, like, what tips would you give for balancing that, and like how does it look like in your life with everything?
Yeah, so I think the number one thing is like, I always make sure I'm staying in the moment and I'm taking one task at a time. Like if I can do those 2 things, then I'm good. Because I mean, honestly, like anxiety, all that comes from like thinking about the past, thinking about the future. So if you are just in the moment and taking one task at a time, I feel like that is just like the overall theme that I have to remind myself to do every single day. And then everything just kind of falls into place, you know, after that.
I think that's so true. That I hadn't really thought about it like that, but that's so true, that like contemplating the past and like what went wrong is like such an easy thing to get like focused on, and then that can really like deter you from feeling motivated for the future, because you're like, well, that sucked, so like I don't want that to happen again, and then you're afraid and whatever.
And if you have like a long to-do list going on, it can be so overwhelming to be like, oh my God, how am I going to get this all done?
Right.
Like, what do I do?
Right.
So,
or you have like some big goal and you're like, well, that's such a lofty goal. Like, there's no way I'm going to get to that. Like, where do I even start without like breaking it down?
Yeah. And for me, like whenever I'm at work, sometimes like my actual job, which I don't even know which one's my actual job, honestly. But when I'm at my like, you know, sort of corporate job, I sometimes find myself just like thinking about the things that I need to do when I get home, but then I don't get the stuff I need to get done at work done. So then it just like, you're just wasting time. You're just wasting time.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's really good advice.
One thing that I always do also, just kind of talking about like, if I have an idea or something while I'm working my 8 to 5 for my business, I always keep notebooks on me. I have I have like my 8 to 5 job notebook, I have a Bright Eye notebook, and then I have a random thought notebook. And I literally keep those 3 notebooks on me all the time. If I'm sitting here like working my 8 to 5 and I have an idea for my business, I just like flip over my Bright Eye notebook and just like write all my thoughts down, just so it's like they're gone out of my mind, like it's on paper. Yeah.
That's really smart.
Very important. Do you split up? So, I mean, I guess, and I've seen some TikToks where you're talking about like, happy weekend, let me just work on my business all weekend. But do you kind of split up like what days you do certain things, or like do you leave your nights open? Kind of like, what is like a typical day look like for you, I guess?
Yeah. So I really wish I could get up in the morning and work on my business before my 8 o'clock job, but I just cannot do
so
that.
early. Yeah.
That's not for me. Like I can't.
Yeah.
So I really, during the day, I'm working 8 to 5, but I do have an hour lunch break. So during my hour lunch break, I'm usually running errands for like my business or going over to my office and packaging orders or just like really utilizing that hour. And then after work, I kind of honestly during the week, I really have like not too much to do for my business. I'll do like design things, but I really push all of my business stuff for the weekend. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you said that you have like notebooks and stuff. Do you use a planner? Like, do you use like one planner or multiple for each different thing?
So I have a day designer, which this is my first year having one, and amazing. Like seriously love it.
They're so good.
So I like write my to-do list over on the side and I write all my times down. If I have like meetings or if I need to like finish a commission piece or, you know, get an order out, I write every single thing down on that list and I just check it off as I go.
Awesome.
Love that. I like Alexis uses a planner like a freak, but I like can't make myself plan. And I have the problem a lot of times where like you were talking about like lunch break, like utilizing that. If I have like small pockets of time, I get super stressed and I'm like, oh no, I can't, like, I don't have time to do anything. Like it's only an hour. Like I can't get anything done. And like, I end up wasting my time, but I do wake up. I wake up at 6 a.m. And by I wake up at 6 a.m., I mean, I've woken up at 6 a.m. 3 times, but
I've been seeing like your stories and stuff of you doing that. And I'm like, I wish I could do that.
Okay.
Truly.
To be completely
like,
honest, like I've talked about this in the podcast and like, I don't know if it's the same way for both of you guys. I know a little bit about like Alexis's feelings on this, but like if I'm like sitting with nothing to do, my anxiety gets like really, really bad. And like, I've talked to my therapist about it. Like I've literally just like finally pinpointed that like if I'm just sitting and watching TV, like my anxiety gets really bad. So like being productive is the only way that I can stay like ahead of it. So that's literally why I've been like acting like an insane person, like waking up and like working out and then like, you know, anyway.
My mom has said since I was like a little kid that I have always been someone that needs like a lot going on.
Yeah.
And she has said that it's like so funny to her to like look at me now. I mean, I'm only 24. So like, this is like this exact situation. Like I'm not going to be in school like 2 years from now, you know, my life is going to change. But like, she said, like looking at what I am doing now is just like so funny to her. Cause like, I am like doing this to myself, you know, like that I chose to go to grad school and have a podcast and have a part-time job and run my business. Like, but that's what I want to be doing. So
that's how it is. My friends and family, they're like, how do you do everything?
Why?
Like what's going on? I'm like, well, I love it. Like I have time. I really do have a lot of time, like in the evenings. Like I'm pretty free.
Yeah, that's like something that I've realized is like, I think sometimes like, cause like when I look at you and I see your TikToks and all of that, like it's easy to think like, oh, she's working all the time. Like she never like must never take breaks or anything. But truly, like if you put in 2 full weekend days and like I don't work Fridays because I'm part-time right now because I'm about to start grad school. But if you put in 2 full weekend days, I mean, as far as like running a business that's the size of ours goes, it really will kind of handle it.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to check DMs and stuff during the week and like, you know, keep up with things.
Little task. Yeah.
And something that I've recently been doing is like, if you plan content, which we're going to talk about in a minute, but planning content and like doing all that stuff, like putting the grunt work in on the weekends, then you're able to like weeks are easier. Okay. This is my new favorite question, which I've said every single episode for the past like 3 episodes. Do you have morning/night routines? And if so, what are they? Or really any habits that you do like every day that you feel like really set you up for success?
Yeah. So, well, I'm just going to put this out there before anything. I am very much a Sagittarius, like very spontaneous. Like my plans are always so loose. Like I cannot really put myself on a schedule, but I've like been forcing myself to, you know, get a nice little routine down. During the mornings, I literally wake up like 15 minutes before work. Like I cannot even lie and say that like I have a routine or anything, but usually in the mornings, you know, I'll wake up before work. I have an 8:30 meeting every single morning, just like a little check-in. And so during that time, like I'm making my coffee, just kind of like getting dressed, getting myself ready for the day. And I have my meeting. And then from 8:30 to 9, I really just sit down, look through my to-do list. I try to write my to-do list like the night before. So I just kind of like look it over, just see what I need to get done for the day, like kind of prioritize my list. And then I, just start taking on the day.
Yeah, I love that. I've been writing to-do lists the night before also because like I feel like I can't fall asleep if I'm like thinking of all the things that I have to do. So I feel like that really helps. And also in my experience, like since I've been getting up earlier, like to know what you have to do and like know a set like schedule of things that like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. Because if I don't have anything, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to work on my business. Then I wake up at 6, my alarm goes off and I'm like, okay, but I don't have to. Like, I don't have to, so then I just go back to bed. But if I have something like work on this website or like work on this commission or work on like content for the week, then I know like, okay, well, I have to do it and I have to get up.
Right. I think also like setting smaller goals for yourself, kind of how I said, like getting towards those bigger goals. Cause like yesterday, for example, I worked on Alexis and Katie for like a while, but it was really just like responding to DMs, which like was like a good thing to do, but at the same time I didn't want to spend as much time like responding to DMs and like responding to comments and stuff and like planning. I just didn't end up getting like what I actually wanted to get done because I hadn't written what I wanted to do down. So then I felt like even though I'd spent so much time on it, I felt like I didn't have a productive day. I mean, I did, but
you just get caught up in the little tasks. Like
exactly.
Like it's so easy to get caught up in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So we kind of already talked about planning / going with the flow. But obviously like when you're working your 8 to 5, you kind of have like a set, you're working 8 to 5. And like, that's just kind of how it works. But how do you structure your Bright Eye work days? Like what does that look like for you? Like a week, a regular Saturday, I guess.
Yeah. So I do try to do launches like once a month. I'm going to try to start doing them like 2 or 3 times a month here soon. So stay tuned for that. But, so I usually plan those out. It takes about a month or 2 to really get those going, like put them in the works, design, do everything. So, leading up to it, I always plan my launches on Saturdays at 10 a.m. So I know that Saturday I'm going to be in the office packaging orders all day. So the prior week before I like press my hoodies and apparel myself. So I have to like actually press them and get them all steamed and tagged and, all that and kind of post, on content or like on Instagram and TikTok. So I really try to just get everything prepped for the weekends really when I have launches. When in the weeks where I don't have launches, I really just will go to the office sometimes and package orders. On Mondays, I try to get all my content out for the week, scheduled out. I write down ideas. That's something new I've been doing is getting in my notes calendar and like writing Instagram, writing TikTok. And I'll be like, okay, this is the videos I want to do for TikTok this week. These are the video or pictures or whatever I want to do for Instagram this week. So really just like writing everything out has helped me a bunch. I don't really necessarily have like on Mondays I do this, but
Do you film all of your TikToks? Like you've been killing it with TikTok. Like, you've been so consistent. How do you do that?
Just how?
Please help.
What?
So it's actually, I don't want to say frustrating because I really do enjoy making TikToks and I've pushed making TikToks off for so long, but literally like in August, I was like, this is my month. Like I am making TikToks. So on the weekends, I will record every single thing that I do. Like I have a tripod and I literally record it. I record it on my phone. I don't record them in TikTok unless I'm doing like a packaging video or something like that.
Something quick.
But I record everything on my phone.
Okay.
And I do it in different like angles and close up and just, different things. Just kind of like behind the scenes things. And then I edit them in Splice and then I'll like upload them throughout the week. And then I write down trends that are happening that I can like, make it work for my business. And I try to answer like questions on my TikTok. So I'll like try to do like answer a question like once a week or or once a day.
Film? So for the trend TikTok, is that still something that you would do? Like you would choose like one day a week to film and you'd film that trend, or you just like do it right away?
I kind of do it right away. If I'm like busy at work or something,
You write it down and do it
right. I'll write, or
yeah.
I'll record myself like talking to like my TikTok saying what I'm going to do, and I just say that as a draft, and then and then I go back later on and the day. Yeah.
Nice. I feel like I want to know what you've seen like results wise with consistency on TikTok, because I was actually inspired by you, and I was like, okay, well, I need to get my TikTok
that's
shit together.
You are partly why I started posting more consistently on
TikTok. But I feel like TikTok is weird right now. I don't know.
It is. So like the past few days, I feel like social media has been really weird recently. Like the past
maybe
like 4 or 5 days,
because people are going back to school. And like people are like rushing and stuff. Like I think that could have something to do with it.
Also, the Instagram update is probably happening soon.
Yep.
So I feel like things are just like,
I think literally the past 4 or 5 days, like it's been really weird. And I think it is like back to school, just weird. But other than that, before that,
we are recording this August 17th, by the way, guys.
For reference, this isn't coming out for a long time.
A while.
I don't know. I've been getting a lot of followers on TikTok, which is good. I'm only at like 400 right now, but starting to grow.
You gotta start somewhere. That's the thing, is like, it's so hard. I mean, Katie and I were just talking like a few days ago about how we got to like a nice point where we kind of stopped like giving as much of a shit. And I feel like that's kind of like because it's so hard with social media to like not get focused on numbers and like results. Like you want results like right away. And I feel like especially the three of us compared to when we recorded last, like I feel like we all hit that nice spot of like, you just got to do what you got to do. And then like eventually the numbers will come, but like you just have to start at some point.
100%.
Absolutely. I also feel like something that I've noticed recently, I don't know if you guys have noticed the same thing, is like, and this might also be just because like I love video, but like I feel like TikTok lets me like show a lot more like and reels, like a lot more like character and like a lot more like, I don't know, like it just feels like I can communicate more with those than I can with a photo. So I'm actually loving them. And then also like with Instagram, the fact that you can put a cover on a reel so it doesn't mess up your feed, like it's great. It's amazing.
I've been thinking, okay, this is just like a brain, like an idea that I had earlier today. Allie used to put like just like colors on top of her reels. Do you think that would be bad for like the algorithm or no?
I think she tested it for a little bit. Didn't
I need to text her, because I was thinking of doing that, because a lot of my videos are like, I'd love to be able to keep them in my feed, but like I don't love the like I don't love the vibe.
Well, so my recent one that I did, don't worry guys, I'm a restock TikToker now. But the recent one that I did, I like I'll show the YouTube video, but like the cover photo is this, but then the video is not look like that, like at all.
Okay.
So like it's a completely different location. So I just take a picture of something that's related to it, so that like if somebody was interested in my coffee jars, they would click on that and it would still be about the coffee jars. It's just not filmed in that location. So
I need to start doing that.
Good ideas. I wish TikTok had that feature.
I know. Honestly, I think it's a matter of time till TikTok does like covers, because
they would be smart. Also, I hate that you have to choose, like it's like it does like the
I was literally just about to say, I was like, I hate my like,
it's always like my mouth is like
and I'm like, ooh.
So ugly. I hate it. I hate everything about it. Okay, back on track. So a question that we get asked a ton is like making time for yourself. And I know, I mean, obviously your whole business is about like mental health and all of that stuff. And we talked about that in the last episode with you, but also if you guys don't know, go to her page. It's all the information, website, all that good stuff. But we get questions about like how to make time, like you don't want to overwork yourself, obviously.
Right.
So how do you like make time for yourself and your social life and your like self-care and all that while you're working so many different jobs?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing, like it took me a while to get to this point, but I think like this year I've really found that like I'm very in tune with myself. And so if there's like one day where I'm like, okay, you know, like I need to just have a rest day. Like I need to just not talk to anyone. I don't need to work. Like I know that. So honestly, whenever I'm like feeling social or whatever, I let myself, you know, like go see my friends or go see my family, whatever I want to do. I try not to put too much like pressure on myself to make, you know, like obviously my 8 to 5 is a priority. Like I have to do that 8 to 5, but once I get off work, I try to give myself like an hour or two, not really even put in any times on it, but like just give myself time to like go visit my family, go take a walk, go make myself dinner, like, you know, really use that time for myself. And thankfully during the summer, we have a boat, so I go on the weekends, and that is like my sanctuary because there's no phone service. Like, you know, I can just like have my weekends to myself and just like recharge. I think that's the biggest thing. Like I allow myself to recharge, or whether that's like I need personal time or I need to be with people, I just let myself.
Yeah. And I think sometimes like I feel like I have to like be working all the time, because we've talked about the idea on the podcast before of like, when you run your own business, if you're not working, nobody is, like, because it's all you. Right. So it can feel really easy to like put a bunch of pressure on yourself. But I feel like realizing like you're going to do your best work when you're not like burnt out as shit. And like,
and something that I've realized, like if I'm burnt out and I do not feel like being creative, like I'm not going to be creative. I'm not going to make the designs. Like I have to let myself go, you know, like go outside, take a walk, go, you know, do the random things. And then honestly, that's where I get my inspiration for like new designs or new paintings, is just being out and about. So I, you know, I try not to make myself feel guilty for going out and like being with people and
and like that's part of the benefit of having your own business, is like being able to do that.
Absolutely.
So take advantage of it.
And I feel like I mean, we've said it before so many times, but creativity is such like a fluctuation. And I feel like what happens is like you have days obviously when you're not as like don't feel as creative or like inspired as others. And what happens is when you force yourself into that creativity, that's when you get burnt out. And then that's when you're like, no, I can't do this anymore. And then you take, such as myself, like months of not doing anything for your business.
You ghost.
You just ghost and you're like, nope, not anymore.
Have to leave.
Never mind.
Yep.
So basically once starting your full-time job, because the last time obviously that we talked to you, you did not have your full-time job.
Right.
But how would you say that has like affected just like everything? Has that made you feel like more inspired, or has like when it comes to your business, how does that affect things?
It's definitely, it goes like in flows where what's that when it comes, what am I
ebbs and flows.
Ebbs and flows. There we go. So it does that. There will be times where I'm like, my brain is so exhausted at night that we're like, I cannot like,
I can't do anything more.
You know, like it is like, I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, oh, it's fine. Like it makes me more creative. Like it definitely, I have my days where I'm like, I do not want to work. I do not want to be creative. But that just goes to like, you know, I got to let myself feel that. But a majority of the time it does make me feel more productive. I feel like I get more stuff done because I have like my hour lunch break and I'm like, okay, I have to go do these local deliveries during this time. Like I have to get them done. And it's also made me kind of outsource more. I'm really bad about wanting to do everything myself and not getting others to help me. So it's helped me there. Like I've definitely, like my mom, my parents are so good about like helping me out with my business, and I've definitely leaned on them while having this job. But I think it's good. It does have some cons. Like I can't just sit here and work on my business all day, but I don't know. It's pretty decent. I don't really have necessarily like good or bad things to say about how it's affected me.
And I feel like also, I mean, obviously, I feel like if money didn't exist, you probably wouldn't have, nobody would have any jobs. But I do think that something that's obviously hard and something that I don't think that's talked about enough is like running a business is very expensive. Like it's not cheap. So like being able to have that supplemental income that you can
funding,
then like put back in your business or like use for yourself. It's kind of just like a security blanket until like maybe eventually your business will be able to be full-time, but
right.
I feel like
and in that sense it does like take the pressure off of me, so I'm
right.
not just relying on my business and my paintings
Totally.
to, you know, like live, like make me, you know, pay all my bills and stuff. So I am, you know, using my job right now as a resource to
absolutely
my bills.
Yeah, and your job is remote as well, which I think like that's a really, and Alexis's is too. Mine's in person, but I am also just part-time, but I feel like it's definitely like that's a big consideration if you like want to have your own business, like thinking about doing remote, because that cuts out for me, like my commute probably takes away an hour of my day, and then my getting ready and everything, and like all of that takes away even more time. So remote kind of cuts that out too, which is nice.
I feel like also with like, I mean, this doesn't have to do with remote work at all, but just having like a secondary job is like kind of, not that every small business owner should have a secondary job, obviously, but I think just having something else that like something else to think about that like gets your mind like the wheels turning, at least for me, then like when I get off, like, I mean, I work remote, so it's not like I leave my job, I'm sitting at the same desk, but like when I shift gears, I'm already kind of in that mindset, and so then I can be like, okay, it's still like working time, but I'm just going to start working on something else, because that was when I wasn't working my other job, I would have a hard time being like, okay, let me get off of this couch and like go do something, because I'd sit and like be like, oh, I'm working, responding to stuff and like posting stuff and like doing it, like drawing or whatever, but like that's not what's gonna run your business. So
and I think we're all the same way, and like we're all like saying this in different ways, but like we all thrive off of having full schedules. So definitely that is a helpful thing about me, because like I don't think I would have enough things to do to fill up currently my business, like working 40 hours a week. Like I don't need 40 hours a week to do it. Like it doesn't take me that long. So it is nice to have something to fill your time. Okay, I want to talk about your office, because I just want an office so bad. But what have been, I guess, like the benefits to like having that like separate space? I mean, obviously there's room to hold all of your things, but kind of like how has that changed the way that you work?
Yeah. So just a backstory, previous to having an office, I was living with my grandmother. In my room, I was, you know, had my bedroom, I was running my business, I was working full-time, and I was painting in one room, just doing all of that. So it was a little chaotic. So now I live with a different I live in a different house. So I very definitely have like compartmentalized all of my different, you know, things I have going on in my life, and it's made me feel so much better. So now, you know, like my bedroom is for relaxing or like being creative. My office is for working. So it's just been like so amazing. It's been so nice to be organized and have place to store my inventory, because before it was either like at my parents' house in the kitchen, I'd have to like put it all away, put it up every time I was like trying to like package orders, and just a headache. So now it's just so nice to be able to go into my office every single day and walk in, and everything is just nice and organized, and it's just waiting for me to work on. It's so amazing.
I literally want an office so bad. As we say this, I have a whole shelf of cups in the place. I had to like rearrange things in my room, like shove things in my closet to like fit things. And there's like boxes piled up. Like I have like literally one room in an apartment, and I can't even really put things in like the living room or kitchen, because that's not my space. And I like have to package in my room. So I'm literally packaging on my bed, but it's a nightmare. But,
no, it's been amazing.
I texted Alexis the other day. I was like, one of my goals is like for a year from now to have an office, which I say that and I'm like gonna never
you will. No, I mean, the last time that we recorded was in my old apartment then, if it was January. So I'm currently in my office, and it seriously is, I mean, like, since I've decided to not have like inventory, I mean, I have inventory currently because I haven't switched things over yet, but like I'm planning on doing more like digital products, and so obviously I don't need the like inventory space, but seriously just to be able to like walk across the living room and like have a different mindset is like so crucial. I mean, I wasn't, thankfully I wasn't doing it in like my business in a bedroom. I was doing it in my living room, but also just like Austin works like odd hours. So then like he doesn't work Mondays. So then like during the day on Monday, he'll be in the living room, and like usually when we were in the old apartment, he'd be right there watching The Office as I'm like trying to like be in a good mindset, and it just like did not work. The Office was such a game changer.
And like even if it's like after this lease is over, like getting a 2-bedroom, like I just can't function like this anymore. Like I simply can't. It just does not work. And especially while I'm trying to transition my business to be more like product based, like I have cardboard boxes covering every inch of walking space in this room, and I have to climb over them. It's crazy.
That was literally me last holiday season, because I did ornaments. I would have 50 boxes of ornaments in my bedroom. Just, there's not a single, I have bubble wrap sitting on one side of me. I have tissue paper shoved in a box under me. I have like literally inventory sitting on my desk, like right here. Anyway, y'all are like, it's a game changer. I'm like, here I am. Anyway. Nope. I feel it. You'll look back on this one day and be like,
you'll laugh.
Like, look at where I came from.
My printer's sitting on one of those Target cubes. It like it's not even on a desk. Anyway, so I'll just get it myself, but everybody please manifest for me that I get a desk. Okay. Well, those are all of our questions.
Serious questions.
Now we have random questions. So these random questions are courtesy of Allie. We texted Skylar and Allie, and Allie has like a list of first date questions that she pulled from. Okay, so I love her so much. Okay, so the first one is, if everything you ate or drank had to be the same flavor, what would it be?
I think everybody already knows my answer, so I'm not gonna.
What if somebody's listening for the first time?
Strawberry. Strawberry.
You go, Katie, you go.
I think that this is extremely hard because sometimes I'm nauseated by like sweet things, and sometimes I'm nauseated by like savory things. But this is like controversial. I think the taste would be lemon water. I think I would want everything to taste like lemon water.
That was probably the last thing that I thought you were gonna say. That is so random. I feel like
I just wouldn't want anything to be like, because imagine like you just like you go work out
you
and
get
like
sick of it.
like you want like you go work out and you're like nauseous, or like you're sick one day and then you have to eat something that tastes like chocolate or something. Like I in lemon water, like I'd never, or like any sort of fruit water, like I'd never, but like plain water's too boring.
I was gonna say cinnamon, so I don't.
Shocking. That is shocking.
I'm shocked and confused.
I love like coffee cake, like that flavor, like that's cinnamon things, like
did you ever try, I know you have a crumble near you because I saw it on your story, did you ever try the like what week was it, they had some like cinnamon, like the snickerdoodle cookie?
No, but I went last night and they have honey bun.
Yeah, that one's good too.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Wait, really what is the thing, because obviously I live in Vermont, so we don't have anything. What is the thing with crumble? Is it like they only offer like a certain amount of flavors?
It's weekly flavors, and there's 4 to 5 flavors.
Do you get all flavors, or
you don't have to, but
you can get like one cookie at a time, or 4. I'm like a big fan of them now because it just happened like near us. So I'm like, okay, I love them.
My roommate and I alternate. Like 1 week she'll get all of them, and the next week I'll get all of them. But we've had them for the past like literally like 6 weeks, like every week. But I'm trying to think.
Because we have them in New Hampshire.
Oh my god, there was one that was called cinnamon fry bread. You would have loved it. It was like kind of like a funnel cakey kind of thing, and it had like cinnamon sugar on the top of it, like cinnamon sugar icing. You would have liked that a lot.
That sounds like my dream come true.
That's the flavor I want everything to be.
Yep, there it is, right there.
I love that. Okay, well, we have very different answers going on for that one. Okay.
Yeah, that was really that
was shocking. Okay, so
I'm shocked to say the least.
Truly. The last random question is, what day of the week best describes you and why? I love this question.
I love this question so much.
Alexis.
I would say I was thinking originally Friday or Saturday, because those are like my favorite days of the week, but I think it would be Monday, because like planet, like
I was gonna
planning say and like
I was gonna say Thursday for you.
Thursday.
But also
do like a
Thursday's me.
Thursday.
But also I was gonna say that for you.
I think.
But I guess that makes sense.
Okay, why Thursday?
But also
why Thursday?
Okay, well, actually, I don't think I was going to say Thursday for you because I think that was just for me. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think Sunday for you because Sunday's still like,
oh, I could see Sunday for you.
You're like relaxing and you're not, because like Monday's too like sad. You're not like, you've got high energy, you got good energy, you got good vibes. But like
a productive, like let's plan out the week.
Yes.
Like, let's get our Sunday.
Yeah, but Sundays are still.
Because that's the thing is that like because I was originally, as I said, I was originally thinking Friday or Saturday, but I'm way too like type A to be a Friday or Saturday because I feel like those are like just relaxed, like party vibes. And I'm the relaxed person, but I'm not really the party person, but I'm also like very much the planner. So I would agree with Sunday. I think a Sunday could be my vibe.
I think I am a Friday.
Yeah.
100%.
Friday.
I agree.
Friday energy.
I agree with that for you.
Yep.
Yes. Makes sense.
I think your paintings give off Friday energy.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
I agree.
Behind me.
Like a Friday evening
Thursday.
night. Yeah. I think I'm a Thursday. And I think this because one, I have not had, everybody's going to be like, probably shitting on me for this and like, whatever. I've had a 4-day work week or school week for the past like 5 years, like 4 years.
Yep.
Like I never had Friday classes and I don't work on Fridays now because I work part-time in McMahon hours. So I give myself a 3-day weekend. So Thursdays are like my Fridays, but then also I don't think I'm a Friday because I just don't think I'm a Friday. But like my Thursdays are kind of my version of Fridays. So I am my Thursdays, not everyone's Thursdays.
Yeah.
Also like Thirsty Thursday. Like there's still like a party vibe for Thursday.
No, I feel like, okay, you're literally wearing a blazer right now and by a neon sign. So I feel like that's very like,
yes.
Thursday. Like we're professional, but we're still fun.
We're like, we're going to party. Yeah.
But
we're
I just
close to party.
I've always had, like, we used to have mixers on Thursdays. I just have good vibes about Thursday. But yeah, I'm so lucky that I think everybody should have 4-day weeks, 3-day weekends. I'm tired of 5-day work weeks. Absurd.
Yeah. Honestly, anyway, petition to do that.
In college, I always schedule my classes to have 0, like no Friday classes or anything.
Exactly.
So I was like, Fridays, no.
Yeah.
It's
not happening.
Do anything on that.
That's absolutely BS. Okay, Allison, do you want to go ahead and plug your shop, all your, literally everything? Just give everybody the lowdown.
Yeah. So basically now on everything, I am Shop Bright Eye. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. Go follow me on TikTok. Trying to grow that thing. I'm on Facebook. And then my website is shopbrighteye.com. Oh, and then my paintings are by Allison Lewis.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening. Be sure to leave us a rating and review on wherever you listen to your podcasts and subscribe to keep up with our weekly episodes.
And then follow us on Instagram at Check Your Aesthetic Podcast, on TikTok at Check Your Aesthetic. Go like our Facebook group, which is CYA Community. I need to write this.
Check Your Aesthetic Community. Yeah, Allison's in there, so she'll answer your questions.
Yes. I love answering questions on there.
Perfect. And then follow our personal accounts, which are Katie Creative Co., AlexisAdams.co, and Shop Bright Eye. And we will talk to you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.